Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays. I'm Ads, and in today's video we're going to take a look at options for fitting solar. We've been thinking about fitting solar for a while now. We started doing a bit of well camping, so we're kind of starting to rely on the batteries rather than electric hookup. And today is a glorious day, so whatever better way to take a look around a motorhome and just kind of get an idea of where things should go and whatever. First thing to do though is start on the roof, I think. Right, as you can see, we are on the roof. Any comments you have about how dirty it is, please put them in the comment section below. And bearing in mind I'm just about to clean it, so we can probably have a before and after shot. We have this roof, I think this is a roof rack going across the back end of Herman. Between the on the metal walkway here, that's 180, and likewise up the top there. This gap here is 70 centimeters. Not much room for anything along here. In fact, I'd like to keep this free so I can walk along it to get to the front any time. Along this direction here is 230 centimeters from this the metal bit to the top there. So I have, I think, two options. I can either put a slim panel here, okay, so it's got to be minimum of 70, sorry, maximum of 70, or I can put one across the top there. Not too sure yet what we're going to be doing, but I think this up here is probably going to be the best option so far. The other thing I've got to think about is where am I going to drill the hole. I've got to remember what is actually underneath along here, if I drill along there or along here as well. And I think what we'll do is go back inside and check out what is around in those areas. I'm more or less standing where I was outside, but now obviously inside. That's the front, and of course this is the roof light. And we've got, remember, if we had 70 centimeters across that way and 180 that way. Now the most obvious thing is that the cable runs through down into these cupboards. So let's just take a look at inside the cupboard. So we could definitely have the cable running from outside, drill a hole from the roof, run it down here, and down this wall section here, run it all the way down there. Now the reason why we would do that is because our leisure battery, and we at the moment we only have one, is under this seat here. There's not a lot of room under there. I don't think you could get two down there. So we would probably, if we wanted a second battery, put the battery underneath this seat. And of course, how would you connect the two up? Obviously there's going to need to be a cable, so they'll have to run underneath. I've actually seen someone put their cable along here and have some conduit underneath that flooring as well. But so that's where we would, so from the roof, run it down there and into that seat there. Now the other thing I should mention is that in this corner here is our connector block. So that is where all our power goes in, all our fuses for inside, and I do believe there's actually, yeah, this is a fuse there. It actually says solar on it, 10 amps it says. No idea how you would connect solar to that though. But anyway, that's that. But if we had to connect to that from the roof, then we would have to somehow come through here, run along there maybe, down here into this, and that's just, and then come back. So that would be a bit of a routing nightmare, I think. And it'll have cables all the place everywhere, especially here where the seat belt is. Over this side, it won't be so bad because we could run it down the wall, hidden practically by the curtain there, and I don't think it would interfere with anything. But over here might be a bit different. So yeah, that's my dilemma at the moment. That's what I'm thinking, and I just need to figure out where everything is going. I just wanted to show you this. This is the solar panel that we use at the moment. It is not very big, of course. It comes in a little package like this. You've got a hole here where you can connect your cable to. And then what we tend to do is just put it in the window, because storage wise, this is where that is south facing. When we're stored up, when Herman's stored up, that's the south facing, and we have the cable coming in here down along there and to the battery, and it's just crocodile clips connected that up. So that's really simple solar that we've got. I guess it just tops the battery up when we're in storage, but only the leisure battery and not the starter motor battery. So I'm still learning about solar, and I need to look at some solar wiring diagrams. But how I understand it is that it's essentially three parts. There's the solar panel, of course, which sits on the roof. Ideally, it needs to be pointing to the sun. Seems like everybody in Europe just points it up when you're losing a lot of power from the sun, if you ask me. So it's best if it could be tilted. But the chances of that are that, well, basically you need some sort of suitcase which you pull out and then prop up on the floor rather than having it mounted permanently to the roof. The other bit is the batteries, of course. So the solar charges the batteries or battery. Leisure batteries or starter motor battery, and then the third bit is the charge controller. This can do a whole bunch of things. I even know that you can connect Wi-Fi to it and then get some sort of Bluetooth, can get some sort of information out on your phone. But regardless of that, it does it monitors the charge from the solar and the charge of the battery, and determines what to charge, whether or not to send that power to the battery or not. And it does a whole bunch of other things, like I mentioned. So Herman is a 1998 Heimer B564, and what happens when we're driving along, when the engine's going, the alternator charges the starter battery and the leisure battery. I think a lot of older motorhomes don't tend to do that. I might be wrong, but generally I don't think they tend to do that. Modern ones do now. So what I want the solar panel to do is obviously provide us some charge during the day, top up our batteries when we've been using them, when we're on holiday, and also when we're in storage, keep them batteries topped up so they don't die when we need them most. The other thing is that when we're in storage, keep the starter battery charged as well. So which is why I was pointing out the our controller block in the corner over there. If I needed to do that, if I needed the solar panel to charge the starter and the leisure battery, do I need to connect the controller or something to the connector block, so that, say for instance, what I think that is in my head is that if we are plugged into power, into electric hookup, how is that going to affect the solar panel? Well, I don't think it will affect the solar panel, but it might affect the charge controller. So all these questions are in my head, and I need to find out. So if you have any idea, then please drop us a comment below. Or if you have a place, a website or something that would be very useful, then drop that in the links as well. In the in the comments section as well. I've been looking around the online stores and trying to get a feel of what I need. Particularly interested in the size, of course. I'm a bit concerned that if we put it on the front, then it might act as a wing. I don't know if that's if that's something I should really bother worrying about. But if it was on the front, could it actually start lifting off? I know you can either screw them down. And the thing is, I don't actually want to screw into the roof. I don't want to make any holes. So that hole for the cable to come down, I don't really want to do that. But there's no other holes in the top of on the roof, so we'll have to do that. So positioning where that cable comes in is kind of, I guess, my priority. I want to get that right. But you can also stick them down, so there's no drilling. You can also stick them down, but then what happens if you wanted to upgrade? If you think, well, a 100-watt panel isn't good enough. What do we? Is it easy to remove this glue? No idea about that. So if you have any comments about the glue type, I'm sure you can get any solar panel and then use these things that you can connect to it and then glue them down onto the roof. And power, of course. How much power are we going to need? So I've been using a solar calculator online, and I guess I've overestimated, but I think we're going to need between 100, off the top of my head now, 140 and 200 watt solar panel. No, 140 and 220 solar panel. The reason why it's so high is because of my laptop. I tend to do my editing in the evening, but there might be ways around that. So might have to get an inverter, a really good inverter, which takes a low amount of wattage out of the battery and then charges my laptop up. It's a 61 watt power adapter for my laptop. I can't just plug it into the 12 volt. Well, simply because I couldn't find anything online to do that. But so there it is. That's my thinking about the solar. I want to get my solar panels sorted out for Herman Fest, so that's in July. I mean, it's only a weekend, and we've survived a weekend before. Would really like to get them sorted out for June as well. And June we're going to Ireland and tend to do a bit of wild camping there. So that's it, basically. That's my thinking at the moment. It's really still in my head, and I need to understand what I need exactly. I'm sure there's some really simple kits and some really complex kits. Essentially, though, solar panel needs to charge. Well, at the moment, we only got one battery, and I guess I would like to see how many amps we're using, how many amps are coming in. So like a dial, and where's that controller going to go? I haven't even discussed that yet. So where's the controller going to go? On the side there with the bed, or down on the floor where the near the battery? I don't know. All these things that are running through my head. Oh, of course, if I need to put it near the controller block, if you need to connect to the controller block, then I need it somewhere over in this side. Lots of decisions to make. Well, hopefully you might be able to help. And if you enjoyed this, if you can kind of get an inkling of what's going through your head and you're thinking of the solar panel and you think, yeah, I never thought of that, or then drop us a comment below. I'll be very much interested. Like if you did, of course, and subscribe if you've not already. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to get other updates and all that kind of stuff. So I think this is going to be the end of my rant and my discussion and my thinking, my planning about solar in Herman. So, bye-bye. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching our video. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed, or leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more video updates, or maybe even watch one of our previous videos. Bye-bye now. Okay.